right, thank you very much, Larry. And now it's time for the final bout of the evening. Heavyweight belt holder John Ruiz against the tough, unpredictable Andrew Golota. Can either Ruiz or Golota make an effective case for themselves as the best in the division? We will all soon find out. Night of the Heavyweights is being brought to you by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO. Well, and last look at Lady Liberty, and now we bring you back to Madison Square Garden for the fourth of the four heavyweight fights that we're covering tonight. Just to recap, in the first fight, Larry Donald, an easy unanimous decision over the utterly faded Evander Holyfield. In the second fight, Hasim Rahman, in 3 rounds, savaged and annihilated New Zealand's Cali Meehan, making Meehan look considerably less effective than in his performance 69 days ago against Layman Brewster. After the third round, Meehan's trainer jumped into the ring and said no more. Rahman was beating him up too badly. A TKO win for The Rock in his best performance in 3 years. And then you just saw Chris Bird eking out a split decision against his close friend Jameel McCline, and Bird again retains by an extremely narrow margin his version of the heavyweight title, the IBF belt. Now we get ready to watch John Ruiz, who has proven about as difficult as anybody in the division to beat for other big heavyweights, against the ultra-talented and utterly enigmatic Andrew Golota. Roy Jones, when you wanted to fight a heavyweight and win a heavyweight title, you chose John Ruiz and you dominated it. Why has he been so difficult to beat for larger heavyweights in the division?
Well, he was difficult to beat for anybody, and I knew that. That's why many people wasn't trying to go down his street. After I beat him, they thought it was easy, so some of them started trying to walk that street. The reason they can't beat him is because they stay right in front of him too much. If you stay in front of John Ruiz, he's a very good standstill puncher. If he can get his feet and his legs into every punch, he gonna hurt you. He even dropped Holyfield, and you saw this guy beat Holyfield tonight, Larry Donald. He never almost dropped Holyfield, truthfully, but this dude, John Ruiz, can truly punch. They don't give him credit for the punching and the strong, massive power. He just keeps coming at you.
So can any big heavyweight without your kind of movement solve this problem of Ruiz?
Yeah, some of them can. Two prove that can be solved if you punch hard enough, but you better have your punches right when you come in there, because he's going to be ready for you.
All right. Meanwhile, his opponent has appeared at some times to be as gifted as almost anybody in the division, particularly in the 2 bad beatings of Riddick Bowe that both wound up being disqualification losses due to low blows. So Larry, after having bombed out due to knockout loss or quitting or disqualification in virtually every big fight up to this point, can Golota put together the kind of solid performance and maintain the attention span necessary to beat somebody like John Ruiz?
Andrew Golota?
Andrew Golota.
Here in Madison Square Garden?
It is not July 11, 1996.
8 years after the crime, coming back, where's my hard hat? He himself admits he doesn't want to fight.
Hey, you didn't want a hard hat that night. Why should you have one tonight?
He himself admits he didn't want to fight Ruiz. What's going to happen when Ruiz mugs him? Bite him in the shoulder? He's done that. Whack him in his privates? He's done that kind of a thing. Drop kick him into the seething crowd? He hasn't done that yet. But if it turns out to be the kind of fight that even the Marquess of Queensberry would approve of, maybe we just have to credit the fact that Golota took a couple of years off after his debacle against Mike Tyson. Hey, Costa Zoo did it. Trinidad did it, took some time off, came back refreshed, and look what they did.
Absolutely. Who knows? Wonders never cease. Maybe Andrew Golota can become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. 2 very big men getting ready to go in against each other. Ruiz at age 32, 6'2", 23-inch arm length, 239. He's solid. He is rough. Golota, 36 years old, out of Gdansk, Poland. Rough background, 6'4", 25.5-inch arm length, 2.5-inch advantage from the armpit to the end of the fist over Ruiz. And he weighs 238. They're a pound apart. Rules of the bout with our official ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The John Ruiz, Andrew Golota fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. The doctor or the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, you get the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
Here comes the man, lovingly nicknamed the Foul Pole within our sport. He'll wear that name to his grave as the result of those 2 DQ losses to Riddick Bowe.
During his couple of years or more away from the sport, said he played tennis, did some skydiving, and as Tim McGraw would put it, Rocky Mountain climbing.
And he became a good alpine skier. Says that he skis nothing but double blacks. So, I mean, for a guy 240 to be skiing double blacks, look out. Disqualified against Bird. Or excuse me, draw against Bird. No contest against Tyson when he quit. Knocked out by Lennox Lewis in 1:17. The 2 DQs against Bowe, those are the bad moments. But within all of those fights, except the Lewis fight, he had some good moments too. And he can jab and he can move. For a big man, he's exceptionally light on his feet, Roy.
Yeah, and he also has light, quick hands, and he also has good punching power with the quick hands. So he always had all the attributes that it takes to make a heavyweight champion, except when it came to the mental state of it.
And now here's a guy who was written off by many several years ago after the 19-second knockout loss to David Tua, but admirably resurrected his career, changed his style, and has moved much farther up in the ranks of heavyweight fighters than anyone would ever dream would be the case. He has a strong mind up to a point, Roy.
Yes, he has a very strong mind. If you give him something that he can conquer, he will conquer it if it stays right there in front of him.
Combative, pugnacious manager Norman Stone has been like a battering ram for Ruiz throughout his career.
Well, he has hung in with him for a long time, to his credit, the good and the bad. You have to remember, in Ruiz's last fight against the Kendo, he averaged landing around 9 punches a round, and the average being in 10 or 11 clinches in a round.
Right, 4 clinches than landed punches in that fight against Oquendo last December. Tonight's the night that John Ruiz has promised us, and manager Norman Stone has promised even more vociferously that he'll fight a more exciting style, that he'll be more entertaining, that he'll throw combinations, and that we will want to watch him. That'll be news. Three fights against Holyfield made John Ruiz's name. The loss to Roy Jones smudged it slightly, although, of course, he was in against greatness. Now let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, seated here in Madison Square Garden, courtesy of Don King Productions, are members of America's first line of defense who protect and serve the homeland every day here in New York City. The men and women of the police, firefighters, and rescue workers. Also here as special guest family members of those who were lost in the tragedy of 9/11. At this time, please salute them all with your applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we dedicate this event to all the men and women who are now serving in harm's way with the armed forces of the United States of America. In the ring at this time, the United States Marine Corps Color Guard from the 6th Communications Battalion, Brooklyn, New York, are here with the Color Guard, and they dedicate this following national anthem to a young man who will not be coming home from Iraq, Lance Corporal Jeffrey Lamb. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem to be performed by the singing pride of the United States Marine Corps, Lance Corporal Elizabeth Quinones.
you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, stand as that star-spangled banner yet waves. Oh, the land of the free. And the home of the
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Don King Productions presents 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Heavyweight Championship of the World. Presented in association with Madison Square Garden and Nemiroff. Sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission Chairman Ron Scott Stevens. Commissioner Jerome Becker. Executive Deputy Commissioner Hugo Spindola. Deputy Commissioner Bob Manji. WBA President Gilberto Mendoza. The three judges at ringside scoring this contest on the 10-point system will be Frank Lombardi, Oscar Perez, and Tom Schreck. And inside the ring, the man in charge of the action, your referee, Randy Neumann. And now, for the thousands in attendance here in Madison Square Garden, New York City, USA, and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with black, official weight, 238 pounds. Professional record, 38 victories, including 31 knockouts, with 4 defeats and 1 draw. From Chicago, Illinois, by way of Warsaw, Poland, the number 5 ranked challenger in the world, Andrew Golota. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, official weight, 239 pounds. Professional record, 40 victories, including 28 knockouts, with 5 defeats and a draw. From Methuen, Massachusetts, representing his Puerto Rican American heritage, the 2-time champion and reigning, defending WBA heavyweight champion of the world, John, the Quiet Man, Ruiz.
gentlemen, we've gone over the rules thoroughly. Now remember, when I say break, I want you to break.
Good luck, Sammy.
You don't break, I'll make you break. Defend yourselves at all times. I don't want to hear, I got hit in the break. I don't want to hear that. Now remember, the sheriff's in town. Now shake hands and come out for the fight.
John Ruiz can be the most aggravating fighter in boxing to fight. Golota can be the most aggravatable fighter in boxing. What's going to happen?
Ruiz begins with a combination. Landed the left hand to the body, drove Golota back, and now they mount up again. And John Ruiz starts off very active, Roy. A lot of energy from Ruiz. Golota finally lands the right hand to stop the assault.
Ruiz can punch, but all too frequently he has thrown one punch and fallen into a clinch.
Right, don't punch. Get out of there. Step back.
He wants to come out right away and let Golota know that he's in the ring with a champion. Seeing Golota get blasted by Lennox Lewis, David Toole, and he knows that if you come out and get on him early, he may not get into the fight.
All right, don't punch. Come on, get out of there. Good.
Ruiz's best punch is a hard, straight right hand.
Right,
Golota has a good left hook,
John.
good jab, and good right hand.
That's it. None of that. That's what we don't want. Right? That's what we don't want, right? Let's go. All right, get yourselves out of there. Right? Don't punch, don't punch. Get up.
Ruiz's last two fights against Rahman and in April against Presso Kendo have been so difficult to watch that they formed the foundation for this week's discussions in the New York State Athletic Commission as to how the fight should be officiated tonight.
Well, it's his style because he believes in the hitting and holding style, and people don't like this style because they can't figure out what to do about it.
Don't punch, don't punch. Let's go. Right outside.
If referee Jay Nady had allowed him to hold you, what would you have done about it?
I would have started doing my own things to make him let me go. You know what I mean? It's up to me to get him off me. I would have got him off me one way or the other. Now, they may have tried to disqualify me for getting him off me, but he'd have got up off me.
All right, don't punch, don't punch. Step back.
Ruiz said
good job.
that he has to fight more assertively. He is trying it in this round.
All right, don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him. Let go of his head.
He's a better fighter than people give him credit for, though.
So why does he grab and hold so much?
Well, that's his style. He wants to, just like Golota can be intimidated, and Golota doesn't like to be frustrated. But that frustrates a lot of fighters. He goes out, he hits him with one or two jabs, hard jabs. He grabs him, he hit him with an overhand right or two, and they're mad. They can't get back because he's too close to him now.
So maybe this isn't the right night for John Ruiz to be trying to fight a more fluid style with more combination punching.
I think, no, I don't think it is that. I think he should fight the same dirty style he always fights.
Absolutely, do what you're comfortable with, right?
Right.
Now here's the first instance, and as Sam Colonna, the trainer for Andrew Golota, comes into the ring, Norman Stone runs all the way across the ring, puts his hand on Colonna's chest, and pushes it. There's Stoney. Nobody in the sport more aggressively protects their fighter or thinks they aggressively protect their fighter like Norman Stone.
You gotta love Norman.
Yeah, except his record is 0-1 because when he tried something against you, Alton Murkison took him down.
That was between him and Alton. You tried me, he tried Alton Murkison, and he did get took down.
Left hand. Throw it straight. All right? Keep banging up.
That's good work. We'll keep it like that. Seconds out. Seconds out. Let's go. Get him out of there.
A good right hand.
John Ruiz. And another right and left on the face of Golota.
That's enough. That's enough. You know what's right. You know What's wrong? Let's go.
Ruiz has begun both the first and the second rounds by getting off with combinations against Golota. There's a right hand that dumps Ruiz onto his seat. And there you see the skill of Andrew Golota.
Always had the skill, always had all the tools to be heavyweight champion.
Now let's see what Ruiz does. Will he start to clinch?
Hard right hand by Ruiz. And this is the second knockdown they've ruled as Neumann gives Ruiz a count for the second time. Ruiz is thinking he was thrown down to the canvas.
No, he's complaining about getting hit behind the head while he was down.
So did I think he had been thrown to the canvas.
Now there is no 3 knockdown rule in effect.
If I'm in here, stop punching. When I'm in here, stop punching. Let's
But you're looking at what could become a 10-7 round for Andrew Golota. This after Ruiz had a good first round.
Oh, that's it. Stop.
See, this is right down Golota's avenue. This is what he's been doing for so long, he just couldn't find nobody to do it with.
Don't hit behind the head.
You're saying it's a match made in heaven for Andrew.
Yes, it is. It's a match made in heaven for both of them.
Just like on the streets of Gdańsk.
Don't push it. Let's go.
There is blood coming from the forehead of John Ruiz.
All right, that's good.
As apparently he's received a gash above his right eye on the forehead. But it's only a little bit of blood, so it can't be much.
Oh, good shot.
A big left hand by Ruiz. Stops Golota in his tracks. But Andrew keeps throwing. As Ruiz almost comes through the ropes onto our table.
So far, Golota maintaining his poise. Maybe that first knockdown will help him to stay calm, knowing that he has a chance to do it again.
There are quite a number of red Polish flags in the arena. A huge turnout of Polish Americans for Golota. And their enthusiasm is lifting the house right now.
Because there have been quite a few fights in the stands here already, too.
Absolutely.
Listen, he's hitting you behind the head. That's who he's getting. You got to get into it. Wake up. Johnny. Jab this guy, step over. You get in tight, he's banging, he's hitting you with the elbows. Hey, ref! Ref! Okay? I mean, they're knockdowns. You get knocked down by it. Come on. Get the
In his first knockdown, Ruiz threw a punch or two, then he relaxed, and boom, that came to the right hand right as he stopped. That's why he usually grabs and holds, Jim, so he don't get caught out there on the end of those punches like he did right there. That's what he holds for.
We've been doing it ever since David Tua knocked him out.
And now here's the second knockdown.
This looks like more of a throwdown, but this is what he's complaining about. Watch right here. He's down, right? Watch Golota. Boom, right in the back of the head. That's what Ruiz was complaining about, not about the throwdown.
A hyper-excitable Andrew Golota, who cannot resist gunning for the open target regardless of where it might be.
Randy Neumann, the referee, fought in Madison Square Garden 13 times, including against Jerry Quarry in the 60s and 70s.
I'll get him out. Don't push him.
The chance exists that he'll have his 14th garden skirmish sometime tonight.
Right, don't punch. Don't punch. You're tied. Good.
The importance of it is that he's not afraid to get in there between them.
Let him out. Lean. Oh, do that.
Now Ruiz is doing something real smart here. He's doing what Norman told him to do. He punches and he steps around to get away from the right hand from the big guy.
Golota.
Let him out. Don't hit him.
With the exception of the two knockdowns, and really the sole exception of the first knockdown, by and large, Ruiz has landed the more effective punches in the fight. But he's behind on the cards because he was knocked down twice in the second round.
Next guy that commits a foul gets a point taken away. You got it? Let's fight.
He can get ready to take points all night because they're going to foul.
I started to say that should be pretty soon. If that doesn't happen in this round, it's an upset.
Clean down, clean. Let him go. Let him head out. Let go. Don't punch. Let's go. Get out. Good.
Andrew is naturally a lot stronger than John Ruiz is.
How is he showing that, Roy?
Well, you just look at the way he's built for one, and number two, when they come together, watch what happens. Andrew does never goes down. He always handles Ruiz. Ruiz the one who has to go down because he's not as strong as Andrew.
Look at the difference in their legs. Ruiz's legs are about half as thick as Golota's.
Ruiz now starting to revert to the form we know and don't love.
And it's the safest thing for him. If he stays out in that right hand, he's going to go down again.
Right, no punch, step back. Punch. Let's go. I'm pushing.
That was a foul right there, wasn't it, Jim?
I believe so, but I believe Randy wanted to be generous.
I thought it was. I was just checking.
You didn't think for a minute that there would actually be a point deducted on the very next foul, did you?
Not really.
Sometimes it's a point of discussion.
No punch. Don't dive in there.
I heard Neumann say to Ruiz, don't dive in there. But so far, I've counted 15 clinches in this round alone.
Not too much, just a little bit. I got a spine. Andrew, you're not throwing punches going in. You're waiting too long. You're getting in the clinch. Try to keep them in distance of you. You understand?
Round 4 coming up, man.
You keep them too close to you. You're not doing what we've talked about. You understand? It's like throwing that.
All right. Come on, John. That's what you got to do, John. You got to double the jab up and then drop the right hand, come back with the hook. But keep your fucking hands up. Come on. Come on. You got him. He's getting tired now. He's fucking looking for a place to go. Look at. I'm telling
Just
you,
this
he's looking
past
for a
week,
fucking place to go.
a great figure in the sport passed away. Jimmy McLarnon, former world welterweight champion, was 96 years old. He passed away at his home in California, born in Ireland, raised in Western Canada. McLarnon's trilogy against Barney Ross, one of the great 3-fight sets in the history of the sport. And he was lucid and entertaining right up until his last days. Larry Merchant?
Yeah, I interviewed him about 15 years ago. Terrific guy.
That's it. I'm here. No punching.
Made some money and kept it in his day. Ranked by Ring Magazine as the 5th best welterweight of all time.
Jimmy McLarnon.
Jimmy McLarnon, absolutely sensational fighter. Interestingly enough, he beat Lou Ambers and retired at age 29 after fighting 16 world champions.
Now there's the first point deduction. Randy Neumann promised it, and it comes 1 round later.
Well, I tell you it was coming. It was just a matter of time. And you can look for some more because now Andrew got to catch back up.
Absolutely, but now at this moment, with the 2 knockdowns in the second round, and now the deduction against Ruiz, Golota has a massive working margin on the scorecard.
Yeah, it was interesting, Jim, because Golota turned his back to Ruiz, and Ruiz punched him in the back. So it was not, you know, it was a questionable foul in a way, but it was a foul.
The ref said break.
Now there's exactly what you're talking about. Ruiz again going to the canvas because Golota's body is strong.
Much stronger than he's used to dealing with.
Don't hit.
Norman Stone asked Ruiz to double jab and throw a right hand. Mostly he's been just throwing the right hand and following with the left.
Punch. Let her out.
See, most guys can't deal with this double jab clinching that John Ruiz does, but Andrew Golota, for some reason, seems to be fit right for that.
You know, Roy Jones, it seems to me that if Golota could stay away, jab, and move, he could win the fight easily.
That's why John comes in so close and grabs, so he can stay close, because he'll get knocked out, stand on the end of Andrew Golota's punches. Yeah, see, that's where Andrew don't need to be at.
Right.
And he's doing it to himself just as much as Ruiz is doing it.
That's what Sam Colonna, his trainer, was complaining about between rounds. He said, you're not doing what we talked about. You're keeping John Ruiz close to you.
You have to remember, guys, that Golota is now 36, so his skills are not quite as sharp as we remember him against Riddick Bowe 8 years ago.
I disagree. He seems like he's punching harder now.
Well, I don't think his jab is as good. He had a wonderful jab.
I'm not sure you really get a chance to see it against John Ruiz. He did have a wonderful jab back in his heyday against Riddick Bowe. Now, we were talking about Jimmy McLarnin at the moment when the foul took place. So we're going to go back and give you an instant replay look at the foul. Roy, talk to us about what happened here.
The referee called break right there. The referee said break, and you see John Ruiz throw 2 punches as the ref was coming in, and the ref already said break. Once he gives the command to break, you must be quiet. I mean, stop punching.
All right? Okay? Good. You're fighting the strike, Johnny. Just use your jab. Ref, you gotta give us a shake here. You gotta give us a shake.
Sam Colonna's key mantra coming into this fight was to say, hey, why is it that Andrew Golota constantly gets disqualified for all the things that John Ruiz does and never gets disqualified for?
Well, they're both working the officials.
Absolutely.
Break, don't hit him, don't hit him.
That was his piece of psychology. You've seen Norman Stone working Randy Neumann already tonight.
See how smart John Ruiz is, trying to stay close to Andrew, so Andrew can't catch him with that long right hand.
He knows his skills, he knows his limitations.
He knows where not to be.
Hard left hook by Ruiz. Golota so far taking Ruiz's punches well. This is reminiscent of the night in December 1999 when Andrew Golota took a big lead over Michael Grant in their fight in Atlantic City.
All the time you want.
And you stopped it! Fucking asshole! What a piece of shit you turned out to be! What a fucking piece of shit! You got no fucking balls, you cocksucker!
Boy, that's a nice way to get on the referee's right side, get all the close calls.
That should win some points.
Right, no punch. Let him out. No. That was nothing. That was nothing. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. Don't punch. Let him out. All right, let him out. Let him go.
If Andrew learns how to use his range with that right hand, he could be dangerous.
You're tied. Don't wrestle. Watch your heads. Come on, step back.
Good right hand.
That's it. You're tied.
It's so difficult to score fights like this.
Break. Don't punch.
How do you tell who won a round with 30 clinches in it?
Just leave your scorecard blank and just wait till about round 11, and somebody should be stopping.
Let's hope so.
I'll punch you, don't break. All right, stop punching, step back. Don't punch. Be the man, step back.
One punch grab. That's what Ruiz does. A jab, a good right hand, and hold where you can't punch him back.
He's made a career of it. And as you pointed out, just to reiterate for anybody who missed it, what Roy Jones said in the on-camera that was so telling was, look, I had the movement to get away from John Ruiz, so that's how I was able to beat him. The bigger guys are in front of him, and he falls into them.
To smother their punching power.
good left hook.
That's good. That's enough.
Strange round. I feel like I need to give that round to Randy Neumann.
Just keep it up. One more time and you're out.
You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job.
Randy Neumann has told Stone,
One more outburst like that,
you're out of here.
hit the streets, baby.
Come on, John. Come on, come on.
That shouldn't stop Stoney, though.
No, that's not going to stop Stoney.
Stop staying tight with this guy. You got to stop moving him around. Stop moving him. Stop moving him with the elbow. Start hooking him. Grabbing him and hooking him. All right, inside. All right, come on.
I want that double right hand. You hear me? What happened with the double right hand you worked on? Huh? Let's go. Let's do it. Andrew, I want that right hand on his chin. On his chin. You hear me? Right here.
What if there are any referees Stone likes? Hey, he's great. I'm so happy that he's going to be refereeing the fight.
Don't punch. Don't punch. Let him out.
What do you think, Larry?
Come on, he's tapping you. Just fight.
He likes the referee that lets Ruiz have his way.
Don't punch. Don't punch.
This is round 6 of the schedule 12.
Don't punch.
Fourth
Don't
fight of
punch.
the evening at
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden. Don King's heavyweight ranks winnowing themselves down, sorting out the real contenders for prominence in the division. Larry Donald beat Evander Holyfield. Nassim Rahman beat Cali Neon.
Off his head, Andrew.
Chris Bird got a narrow decision over Jameel McCline. Very narrow.
That's it. That's it. Punch in the front, not in the back. That's a little baby push. Oh, let him out. Let him out. Let him out. Stand up.
The referee told him to stand up.
Ruiz very nearly had his knees on the canvas again.
Let him out. Let him out. Don't take those shots. All right. All right. Hey, John, you keep putting your head on his armpit and they'll let him hit you. Now stop it. Let's go.
You heard what Randy Neumann said.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Ruiz has landed some good, solid shots on Andrew Golota's chin.
All right. I'm out.
But among all of his various attributes and gifts, Golota has a pretty good beard, too. The only guy who's ever really frozen him with a power punch was Lennox Lewis.
That's it, right,
Very
right,
big
right.
hitter. And Golota was totally out of it when he came into the ring that night.
Well, he took a lot of punches from Riddick Bowe and eventually got discouraged because he landed so many punches and Bowe kept coming back at him.
John. Let him go. You're shoving. You're shoving him and get the elbow out of his throat. Let go. I'm in here. You're gonna hurt yourself doing that.
He don't care. He's been doing it for a long time, ref.
I don't know if I've ever heard a referee say something like that. You're going to hurt yourself doing that. If Ruiz heard that, he's got to be thinking, well, that's a strange thing to say.
He got to be thinking, have you been watching me fight lately?
Since when are you worried about my health?
Yeah, this is one of those rounds. I think I'd rather watch tires being rotated.
Work out.
Right hand for Ruiz at the very end of the round. Might have been the round's most solid punch. Hey, there's Big Daddy. Riddick Bowe. Back on the scene after many years away. One-time WBC heavyweight champ. Actually, he had all 3 belts after he beat Evander Holyfield November 6, 1992. He put one of those belts in the garbage can, and that's what launched Lennox Lewis as a heavyweight titleist.
Stop going on an angle. All right? To a rhythm, John. Stop going on an angle. He ain't gonna do nothing for you. Nothing at all. You understand? He ain't gonna do nothing for you. He's for the other guy. It's a proven fact. All right? Go out and fight your fight.
It's a proven fact.
What is the referee supposed to do for the fighter?
No excuses. You look like shit. Yeah, the ref ain't good.
When I was a columnist in New York, I wrote a number of columns about Randy Neumann. He was newspaperman's best friend, a very quotable, bright fighter, boxer. Gave better quotes than he did punches.
Harold, what's your quote on the score of this fight?
You know, Jim, I got this fight 4 rounds to 2. The only way you score a fight like this is you really got to concentrate on who lands a punch before they grab. But as far as the points go, and a fight is scored by points, I got Andrew Golota 5 points ahead, 58-53, because he gets 1 extra point for when Randy Neumann took away a point from Ruiz, and it's a 10-7 round in round 2 for the 2 knockdowns. 58-53, Golota.
And given Golota's past history, that may or may not mean that Ruiz has him just where he wants it. Golota can't stand prosperity by and large.
Not at all.
So we'll see what happens in the remaining 6 rounds.
Yeah, but you know, he didn't foul a lot against Chris Bird because Bird was not the kind of fighter that could really hurt him. And so far, neither is Ruiz, so he's kept his composure.
Don't punch, get up.
Maybe it's just the aging process.
Well, Golota's also back with trainer Sam Colonna, who was the first American trainer to train him when he came from Poland to Chicago. It was when Golota showed his potential under Colonna that he was recruited away by Main Events, Lou Duva and Roger Bloodworth. And he himself says that at the end of the day, he thinks he's more comfortable with Colonna. Certainly he's more comfortable training near his home in Chicago. He doesn't like strange circumstances. He doesn't like people that he doesn't know. He likes familiarity.
And he sure looks a lot better in this fight than he's been looking in a long time. He looks confident. He's keeping his composure, and that's a big thing for Andrew Golota.
He's never lost a fight when trained by Sam Colonna.
Don't punch, get up.
Golota appears a little bit tired, perhaps, in this round.
Don't punch, get up. Good work, let's keep it good.
Well, if so, Ruiz isn't taking advantage of it. He's certainly not pressuring him. Does land a long right hand there.
Let's get up.
If he makes mistakes and stays on the end of that right hand by Andrew Golota, he can go down again.
Which would widen the margin.
Right.
Ref's doing a terrible fucking job, Johnny. He don't know what he's doing. Listen to me. Listen, that was a good round, but you got to pick it up. And you just got to stay. You can't get in. Give me a towel.
Towel, Brian.
Listen to me. You got to pick it up. You got to pick it up with the jab.
I get it.
All right? You hear me? Nice round. Keep picking it up. Keep Johnny, when you come here, you got to keep this hand up. Boom, and then come up top. You feel ready, champ? You got to pick it up now. We're way behind.
It'll land, I'm telling you. Just do it. When you're in distance, throw one and double it up. He's going to come in with his head. Throw it low. Okay? Chop it down.
All right, Sneckers, let's go.
Come on.
CompuBox found Andrew Golota landing 13 out of 18 jabs in the last round. 20 of 31 punches overall. Golota with a round of extremely accurate punching by CompuBox lights. And that's part of why Norman Stone said to John Ruiz, you got to pick it up, we're way behind. So Ruiz starts jabbing.
You're right. Don't hit him, Andrew. One more, you got to take a point away. Stop that. Let's go. Those are baby shots. No, let him go. Very good.
The interesting thing here is that John Ruiz is backing up from Andrew Golota now.
Get your head out of there.
That's very interesting to me.
Is backing up from Andrew Golota.
Yeah. That's not his style usually.
It's a sign of respect.
Don't punch. Get out. All right, you both.
Maybe he feels like he's been too easy a target for Golota.
I don't know.
Stop punching. All right, stop punching.
Good body shot. Nice combination by John Ruiz.
Excellent combination by Ruiz. Left to the body, left uppercut, right to the body, right uppercut, then a left hook. Golota finally broke the spell with the right hand.
All right, that's good. That's good. Let him out, let him out. Come on, let him out, let him out, let him out.
A good hook by Ruiz.
Excellent left hook on the chin of Golota. Ruiz having a good round in terms of accurate punching here.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
Is this fighting?
This is Ruiz fighting. This is Ruiz's style of fighting.
One punch and clinch.
One punch hold.
All right, stop punching, stop punching. That's it, I'm here.
Now Ruiz's glove is streaming tape again. So at any moment, Randy Neumann will be able to stop the action, send Ruiz to his corner where his close friend Norman Stone can take the gloves up. Which could occasion another conversation, but no, Stoney's on his good behavior now.
Maybe he feels John Ruiz needs to rest now.
Fucking jerk off.
That's our Stoney.
He's ordering Stone out of the corner.
Harold Letterman, our in-house historian, is saying that this is unprecedented in his view. He does not remember a trainer ever being thrown out of a corner.
I'll sue you for every fucking thing you got, you fucking.
What a class act.
And so now John Ruiz will go the rest of the way, apparently, without his trainer in his corner. Because Randy Neumann has banished Norman Stone.
Alex, you take over.
Let's get this one.
I'm suing him for every fucking thing he's got. Everything. What did I say to him? I didn't say a word to him.
Gotta keep working, please.
Don't put your fucking hand.
I'm not putting my hands up, please.
You're saying that this is a fucking fixed fight, though.
Let's go, please. Let's go, gentlemen, let's go. Oh, punch, oh, punch.
I wonder if that will somehow inspire or depress Ruiz. What do you think?
I don't really know, but Ruiz ought to be used to it by now.
Absolutely. That's my thinking, is that it affects Ruiz less than we think.
He's a veteran fighter. He should be able to handle the fight himself.
But now he's without Gabe LaMarca, who was his trainer through most of his career. Norman Stone, who's been his manager throughout his career and has now become his manager-trainer. Neither man is in the corner now. So we'll see what Ruiz does in calling his own shots down the stretch in the fight. They fight after the bell, and they keep fighting after the bell. And Neumann makes no ruling one way or the other, although either fighter or both could have been penalized.
He said, forget it. Come on, baby, come on.
We better get our hard hats on, guys.
Yep. There is bad blood in the arena, and the witch's brew is coming up. Whatever happens from here, you can expect some anger.
When you get inside, I want you to work. You're letting them get off inside. You got to get off. You got good combinations. What happened with that punch we worked on? Double punch. Here and up the middle. Right from here.
Can I talk? I'm telling the mission. That's the commission. Come on, use your head.
Come on, Joe. Let's go. Come on, Joe. 1, 2, 3, the middle. Don't worry about that. 1, 2, 3, the middle.
CompuBox numbers through 8 rounds. Ruiz 70 out of 254. Golota 105 out of 261. Those are winning numbers for Golota if the judges see it the same way. Harold Letterman gave the last round to Ruiz. We're looking all around the arena because there are fist fights all over the place right now. Whether they are taking place between Golota fans and Ruiz fans, who wants to speculate, but there's a fight in one corner of the arena, the fight in the upper deck. There's a fight at the far end. The security guards are working triple time.
A lot of fights going on.
Deja vu all over again.
Bingo. What did you say? 8 years ago, right? July 11, 1996.
Don't punch. Let him go. Let him go.
Good combination by Ruiz. Landed a left and a right up top. Ruiz rallying.
Oh, Golota hurt him with a body
Catches
shot.
him with a counter shot.
Golota hurt him bad with that body shot.
Andrew Golota's punching power is giving John Ruiz the dickens of a time.
All kinds of fits.
Well, if he does a few more combinations like that.
And down goes Ruiz for the third time in the fight, but nope, not a knockdown. Randy Neumann says, get up and fight. I didn't think I'd seen a punch that put him down.
Let's go. Get out of there. Come on.
Maybe the referee should try to let him fight right there and see what happens.
I think Randy Neumann is doing a real good job in a very difficult fight.
I think he's doing about as well as any referee could conceivably do. He is trying to maintain some semblance of order in the fight. Left hand by Ruiz. Here's his opportunity as he hurts Golota with the right. Big left hand by Golota. Now they are trading power shots.
Go, let him go, let him go.
That's about the most exciting exchange we've ever
There's
seen.
a cut over Golota's right eye.
I'm here. Let him go.
And it might be a bad cut.
The blood is starting to drip from Golota's right eye. That came from the big left hook that John Ruiz landed.
And John is trying to work on that cut too.
Yep. The cut man in Andrew Golota's corner is Jimmy Strickland, a veteran and a very good cut man. He's going to have a job to do here in a minute. Jimmy Strickland crawls up on the apron in a hurry. He's got his implements in his hand, and he's ready to go to work on Andrew Golota's right eye.
That's pretty big. Who's the cut man? Let me see what you can do with that.
There goes Jimmy. Doctor took a look first.
Andrew, listen to me. We gotta knock this guy out, you understand? We gotta knock him out. Okay?
Don't put it in water.
Here you see in the all-out exchange, Ruiz throws the right hand, and he waits for Andrew to come up, and boom, he follows him with a left hook. Andrew was just standing there, not doing nothing. He's so tall, and he can't get out the way of those punches when he doesn't move.
And that left hook is what cut Golota's right eye.
That's
And the
what
right
caused
hand
the
didn't
cut.
help either. And Golota came back and froze John Ruiz with a left hook after that action that you saw. And Jimmy Strickland got the end swell on it a little bit, but I'm sure he would have liked more time. And Ruiz puts the left glove right on the right eye to start the blood flowing again.
Right away.
Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim. 85-83. Andrew Golota. It's actually, I got a fight right into the fourth ever, John Ruiz. But Golota with that, those 3 extra points in round 2 and the extra point in round 4. Jim, by the way, since the cut was caused by a punch, if the fight gets stopped, John Ruiz wins on a TKO.
Absolutely.
It doesn't go to the scorecards.
Absolutely.
Good body shot by John Ruiz.
Work out.
Luckily for Golota, the blood flow hasn't really begun in earnest, and he's not blinded in any way. So he lands another left hook to stop Ruiz's rally and drive him back.
That's it. Don't stop it.
Ruiz lands combinations, but when Golota lands that left hook once, that stops the action. Golota seems to be taking to heart Sam Colonna's advice that he needs a knockout.
Don't punch. punch, step back. I'm in here. Let's go.
Why do you think he told him he needs a knockout, Roy?
Well, he feels like Harold feels that he's behind as far as the rounds go, but he doesn't realize that he has the points because of the points being taken away and because of the knockdown.
You think because of the cut, he's just afraid that the fight could be stopped?
That could be one of his reasons, too.
I think he just wants his fighter to fight aggressively.
Right,
I don't think he liked the way he fought the last few rounds, and I think he wants him to go out there and try to take charge.
Yeah, because he's been giving away the last few rounds.
And the cut creates an opportunity for him to use that urgency to say, hey, go out and fight your fight and knock the guy out.
Good job. That's it. I'm in here. That's it. Watch your head, John. Watch your head. Step back. Oh, big crash. Let's go. Let's keep it clean.
Believe it or not, there's only been 1 point deduction for foul in the whole fight.
And it wasn't from Golota.
However,
Go get your gloves
we did have the unusual action of referee Randy Neumann banishing Ruiz's trainer Norman Stone from the corner.
All right, go over there, John.
Stopping the action now as Golota's left glove is retaped by Sam Colonna.
Stay there.
Colonna made no effort to take extra time with that.
Let's go.
Ruiz's gloves are being wrapped as well.
Time in. Get out. Don't punch. Just get out. Good job. Don't punch.
I think Ruiz has been fighting better since his trainer was banished.
I agree.
Oh, good shot.
Knocks the living heck out of Golota with a left hand.
Oh.
And now Ruiz goes down after the bell and after Golota hit him in the back of the head.
After the bell. It was at the bell. Let's go.
It's not ruled a knockdown, but it's also not ruled after the bell.
He said it was at the bell. That means it's a knockdown.
So why no count? If it was a knockdown, there should have been a count.
Yep. You didn't call it a knockdown, though.
If he says it was a... That could be the difference in this fight.
Let's see the real speed replay. I agree.
But what did the referee rule?
He didn't rule it no knockdown because it didn't count.
Obviously, it wasn't ruled a knockdown, but it wasn't ruled a foul either.
Back out. I got you.
Newman's just saying, well, I guess it was about simultaneous with the bell, and that's that. In round 10, Ruiz 16 out of 41 by CompuBox numbers, and Golota 12 out of 36. That's the first round in which Ruiz has landed more punches than Andrew Golota. Now Jimmy Strickland has had a second chance to work on the cut with a few extra seconds.
Oh, good hook.
At the end of the round.
Good hook.
Another big left hook by John Ruiz.
I'm surprised the way Golota's taking these punches.
You're tired. Break it up.
Of course, he always did have a great chin, though.
Yes, it's discouragement that gets to Golota, not the punches.
Break. Don't punch. Don't work the position. Punch in the front and in the back.
Ruiz appears to be dead tired. Andrew looks good.
Yeah, but Ruiz is still the aggressor and still seems to be landing more punches.
He has to be.
Jab by Golota. He should do that more often.
Don't break. Don't hit. Good.
The chant is a Polish chant for Golota.
All right, that's it. I'm here.
The reason we can't discern what they're chanting is because they're chanting in Polish.
You think that Golota is receiving that message?
He's the only pole in the ring.
Well, I'm just wondering if he can hear it, if he senses that it is for him.
Probably the reason they're chanting in Polish is to try to make the point, but who knows?
They're probably saying, kill him.
Ali Boumaye.
That's it, I'm here, let him go, Hey, don't punch.
Ruiz appeared to be hurt, but I can't.
Yep, he was hurt. It might have been a body shot.
Don't punch. Get out of there, the crabs.
Well, we went to the 12th round with the fight on the table in the last round. And more it looks as though we might go to the 12th round with the fight on the table here.
That's it.
And this time they don't fight after the bell. And Ruiz wanders a little bit looking for his corner. And there's Norman Stone alone in the dressing room and not happy. Banished from Ruiz's corner.
This is the worst referee I've ever seen in boxing. He hasn't taken a point away. He hit Johnny in the back of the head, knocked him down.
He's the
there's
worst
something wrong here. I don't know what it is, but there's something definitely wrong.
Yeah.
I never said nothing to that guy.
That's Larry Merchant giggling.
Well, we needed some comic relief.
Combinations, 1, 2, 3.
This is it. Let it all hit
It's
out.
a good fight. Last round. Let's keep it clean.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Last round.
Don't let him take it away from you.
You need a knockout, Johnny. Come on, man. Come on. I want you to throw combinations.
Let's go.
So both corners are asking their fighters for a knockout. That could make for a great round. Or it could be more of the same.
Well, maybe the both corners, like me, has no idea who's winning this fight.
There you go.
It's been a good fight. Let's make it a good round. Touch gloves and let's go. Break, don't punch. Break, don't punch. Work out. All right, you're tied. That's enough rest. No rest. That's it. Don't punch. Get your head out of there. Break, don't punch. With your heads. Break, don't punch. Let him out, Andrew. Don't hit him. Good job. Let's go.
Neumann has been like a father telling his kids, good job. Nice job, Andrew.
Don't punch.
You're doing your homework, Andrew.
He wants to get him home safe from school. Just this once.
Oh, good shot.
Work out.
Johnny Ruiz has landed some hellacious shots down the stretch.
And Andrew has taken him with no problem. Oh, good right hand.
Right hand. And again, Golota takes the punch.
With no problem.
Golota has shown some chin against John Ruiz's heavy punches.
All right, don't punch. Get out.
How hard did Ruiz punch, Roy?
He punched pretty hard if he ever can hit you.
Work out.
I mean, you're a light heavyweight. You took some of his punches.
He caught you what, twice, once?
About 3 times.
Yeah.
First round, he hit you a good shot.
A real good shot.
And I said, okay, Roy knows he's in with a heavyweight.
There you go. But when I'm motivated, I spit that out and keep going.
40 seconds to go in a fight. We don't know who's winning. Golota had the early advantages. Ruiz has been pounding away. Ruiz has fought particularly well since his manager, trainer Norman Stone, was banished from the corner. John seeming to rise to the occasion.
That's good.
Only 1 point deducted for a foul. That was against Ruiz. Golota also knocked him down twice in the second round.
Good body shot by John.
So John could wind up winning a majority of the rounds and losing the fight. It's possible.
That's good, that's good.
But if the fight was on the table here in the 12th, you would have to think Ruiz won it, because he was the more active and aggressive fighter in the 12th round and landed the better punches.
But the other guy got 3 points. Tough fight, close fight. I didn't score it. After the last 4 or 5 rounds, I said, I just can't score this fight.
Yeah, I'm like
I'd have given it to Golota.
I don't have a clue.
I imagine Harold finished up his scorecard.
What an easy fight to score, Jim.
All right, let's look at who the judges are. Before you tell us your scorecard, Harold, there was the first judge, you saw it, and there's Tom Schreck. Scored Macy Barrett a draw. That was not an easy fight to score, incidentally. Schreck was the third of the 3 judges. The others were Oscar Perez and Frank Lombardi. Harold, how do you have it?
Okay. 113, 112, Andrew Golota. Jim, in rounds, I got it 7 rounds to 5 Ruiz. There's no question that from round 7 on, John Ruiz won every one of those darn rounds except for the 11th. The 11th, Andrew Golota hurt him. I think that the point that he got in round 11 probably won him the fight. But John Ruiz was landing the cleanest shots from the 7th round on. He fights dirty, he fights rough, but when he lands clean shots, and you can see him. But be as it may, Golota had a big early lead.
Big effort by Johnny Ruiz in the last few rounds, while his trainer-manager Norman Stone watched in the dressing room. Let's take a look at one of the moments when Ruiz landed a big punch in the 12th round. That right hand on the jaw of Andrew Golota.
Right over top of the
And here was Norman's reaction.
He got him! He got him! Oh, that was a beautiful. There you go. Come on, Johnny!
Go in. Get up,
Come on, Johnny!
He loves his fighter.
Yes, he does. You can't get mad at him for that.
He will defend him to his death.
Hey, Doc!
Andrew Golota winking with his cut-up eye.
Hey, Doc!
You know, it's a cliche to say somebody has a sneaky sense of humor, and with Golota it has to be a sneaky sense of humor because he seems like a totally sullen thug, but he can be funny.
Yeah, he can be very funny.
Which is amazing. John Ruiz, on the other hand, can be very nice.
And I still would like to see Golota fight Klitschko.
I think Golota versus Vitaly Klitschko would be an interesting
I
fight.
think it would be a wonderful fight. No matter whether he wins the fight or not, I still think that would be a remarkable
Andrew's
fight
the
to see.
better athlete, right?
Yes, he is.
Of course, he's the better athlete against almost everybody he faces, frankly.
And I would like to see Rockman and Chris Bird.
Rahman, Chris Bird. Well, after the way Rahman devastated Kalimian with punching power tonight, it'd be interesting to see. You tend to think if Rahman could get his gloves on Bird as much as McCline did tonight, maybe The Rock.
Be some problem.
Yeah. I asked Norman Stone yesterday if he thought John Ruiz was too nice to be a dominant heavyweight champion, and he said, yes, I wonder about that. Nobody's ever going to make that accusation against Andrew, although he has his moments. Now Michael Buffer has the scores in his hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Tom Schreck scores the bout 114 to 111. Frank Lombardi 113 to 112. Oscar Perez 114 to 111 to the winner by unanimous decision and still WBA heavyweight champion of the world, the quiet man, John Ruiz.
Get in there! Get that kid in here, go!
As Norman Stone walked out of the arena when he was tossed out of the fight by referee Randy Neumann, Stone leaned over to promoter Don King and complained that he thought he was involved in what must be a fixed fight.
That referee got to go, man.
I'm sure he doesn't think so now.
No, he don't think so now, but you got to let Norman do what he does. He tries to create all types of distractions to make the best cause or the best argument for his man. You gotta love him for that.
Andrew Golota knocks him down twice. Ruiz takes a penalty point, but Ruiz, by dominating the late rounds, comes back and wins the fight over a Golota who landed more punches, landed at a higher connect percentage. Ruiz is just a worker bee. Keeps on coming. Has to do it his way. Hits you, grabs you, hits you, grabs you. It's hell to watch and it's hell to fight against. Power punches. Ruiz landing 9 fewer, landing at a lower connect percentage. Many in the crowd don't like the decision. So far, there is peace in the house, though. Probably too late for any major aggressive activity. It's 1 o'clock in the morning as we go to Larry Merchant in the ring with John Ruiz.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, John. When your manager and trainer was thrown out of the ring by the referee, what were your thoughts at that time?
I was very disappointed, you know what I mean? Because, you know, he's just fighting for my rights there, and he just happened to get kicked out, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? He did what he needed to do, but it still didn't wake up the referee.
Were you inspired by it, depressed by it? Did you feel it's all up to you now? You're all out there alone, which you are, of course, anyway.
Well, I needed to go out there and start working because, you know what I mean? Now that he's gone, you know what I mean? I needed to do it, go out there and work because, you know, I can't have his motivation there, so I had to motivate myself.
Maybe that was a good thing.
I'm sorry?
Maybe that was a good thing.
You know, it definitely was. I mean, I started working, and, you know, it's just something that, you know, I never felt so discouraged in a fight, you know what I mean, like this one, you know what I mean? It's something that I felt like I was fighting, you know, like 5 guys in the ring then. It's something that I'm glad I worked it out and came out with the win.
Knocked down twice in a round, you know, as a veteran, that put you way behind. Your thoughts at that time?
Oh, you know, it was, you know, it's something that just happened, you know what I mean, that just caught me by surprise. You know, I just knew that I had to keep working because, you know, that, like you said, it put me behind, and it's something that I had to, it was back of my mind each round.
In the best of all worlds, who would you fight next?
I would love to fight, unify the titles, man. There's 2 other great champions out there, which is, it'll be perfect for the heavy division to just get it on.
Anyone in particular?
You know, it's all up to Don King. You know what I mean? He's you know, he's the boss.
So you don't have any preference yourself?
I don't have any preference. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll fight anybody, and just it's something that I have to depend on Don King to put the fight in front of me, and that's where I go from there.
Thank you very much, John. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Okay, Don, let's. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Are you going, Don? Will you allow 2 of your titleists to fight each other?
Yes, they fight anybody. That's what it's about.
But will they fight each other?
Yes.
Who is that? Give us an idea.
You can fight any one of them. You got Layman Brewster, you got Chris Bird, and you got the winner of the fight with Danny and another guy. Although Rockman is the mandatory, so Rockman will be fighting the other guy.
Okay, so Rockman is not going to be, is going to try to fight Vitaly Klitschko.
Right.
But among the other 3 guys.
Danny Williams. Don't count Danny Williams.
Or who wins, thank you for correcting me. Among the other 3 guys who have titles, Brewster, Ruiz, Bird, will you allow 2 of them to fight each other?
I'll allow any of them to fight each other. That's what it's really all about. Getting 1 undisputed champion. That's the mission that we're on, to have 1 undisputed champion, and that's what we're going to do. And right now we got another great show coming up in January with Mormack and Braithwaite, and we're going to have Kevin Davis and O'Neal Bell. So we are going to keep bringing the best shows to everybody. And Zab Judah will be fighting Corey Spinks sometime in the first quarter of next year.
Thank you for that commercial, Don. Jim?
They had their moments, a couple of superb performances. I thought most particularly Hasim Rahman looked terrific, better than he's looked in 3 years. We got 2 more pay-per-views yet to come this year. It's a rich calendar for boxing fans. Here's what's coming up the 20th of November and the 11th.
It was the punch heard around the world.
And down goes Tyson!
The blast that took out Tyson and gave Danny Williams his shot at the heavyweight crown. But he better keep punching, because heavyweight champion Vitaly Klitschko never backs off and never goes down. He just keeps coming. Klitschko versus Williams, Saturday, December 11th, live on pay-per-view. Contact your pay-per-view provider to order. Can lightning strike twice?
Yeah, like I said, November 27 and December 11. I didn't mean to confuse you. It's been a long night. Night of the Heavyweights has been brought to you by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment. Brought to you by HBO. We'd like to thank our internet partners. We'd like to thank our magazine partners. And now for Larry and Roy and our entire crew, I'm Jim Lampley saying so long from New York City.